Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Matt Thompson checking in with you here once again on the Thompson's Take Facebook page with this Northwest Missouri State football update. Before I get into that Northwest update, I do want to pass along that here in the next few months, I'm going to make a concerted effort to really get back to what I originally planned for Thompson's Take, and that is equal coverage from the high school level on up for sports teams in and surrounding the Kansas City area. Got away from that just a little bit while I was covering the Kansas City Royals and their great playoff run. They obviously just won their first world title in 30 years, but here in the next few months I plan to get back to providing accurate and good coverage from the high school level on up. Now back to the Northwest update. The Bearcats defeated Emporia State Saturday night at Bearcat Stadium. 44-10 was the final. This victory gives the Bearcats their third straight MIAA title and the 27th in Northwest history. Wow. You think the Northwest Bearcats know a thing or two about winning? I think so. The final home game served as senior night for the Bearcat seniors, and what is a fairly small senior class for Northwest played well. The Bearcats as a team dominated this game. They were led by senior quarterback Brady Bowles, who threw for 362 yards and 4 touchdowns. Now, real quick, I would like to highlight some key moments that really propelled the Bearcats to victory on Saturday night. Let's start with their first drive. It's always great to get out to a quick start against an opponent at home and fire up Bearcat Nation. It was a 7-play, 80-yard drive, and the first 2 plays accounted for 42 yards. That drive, of course, ending on a Brady Bowles touchdown pass to George Seal. The Bearcats found themselves up 7-0 early. Now, later in the first quarter, a special teams blunder for the Emporia State Hornets led to points for the Bearcats. They had stopped the Bearcats. The Bearcats had to punt, and the punt ricocheted off an Emporia State Hornet. The Bearcats recovered, and Brady Bowles led them down the field. And right as the first quarter came to an end, Phil Jackson II darted into the end zone on a 5-yard touchdown run. Now, with 7:37 remaining in the second quarter, this game far from over, and the Hornets managed to get on the board. They may have even had a little bit of momentum, but Brady Bowles at this point threw a great pass, a 68-yard bomb, complete to Sean Bain, for a touchdown. That really ignited Bearcat Nation. And just to top it all off for Brady Bowles, he did add a touchdown run late in the game. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about the Emporia State Hornets, who came into this game with an 8-1 record. They are no slouch of a team, led by a very potent offense. The Hornets came into Maryville after putting up 47 points against Washburn last week. The Northwest defense held the Hornets to a season-low 10 points. This is yet another game in which the Bearcat defense has shown just how dominant they really are. Here's a quick stat for you. In 7 of their 10 games this year, the Bearcat defense has allowed 14 or fewer points. The Bearcats even got a little bit of help from Bearcat Nation on Saturday night. The fans in attendance had a hand in 2 critical false start penalties early and several more throughout the game. It must have been pretty loud there. I'm sure the Hornets felt like they were playing in Arrowhead Stadium. Just to get a little bit more into the numbers here, the Hornets had 240 total yards of offense compared to the 512 yards of offense generated by Brady Bowles and the Bearcat offense. Phil Jackson led the rushing attack for the second straight week with 108 yards on the ground. And I know I keep going back to Brady Bowles, but he had a career game. You got to understand. And just to put it into perspective how well Brady Bowles played, last week against Mo West, he had a good game. He passed for 267 yards total. By the end of the first half on Saturday, Bowles had passed for 255 yards. What a game. It's great that the Bearcats are once again MIAA champions. I know this is a quick update here on Thompson's Take. Up next, the Bearcats will play their final regular season game against Washburn in Topeka, Kansas. Washburn defeated Northeastern State last week 35-21 and will bring a 500 record into the final game of the regular season against the Bearcats. I'm Matt Thompson here on the Thompson's Take Facebook page with this Northwest football update. I will be back with you later in the month with some basketball coverage of Northwest Missouri State and also some more Royals coverage and off-season review with Andrew Meek and Sam Winter. If you need to contact me for any reason, you can always feel free to message me at thompsonstake@gmail.com or simply send me a message here on the Thompson's Take Facebook page. I will get back to you promptly. Thanks a lot, guys.